Okay, this is a 907. We're going towards 903. We're starting at the southwest corner of the structure. We've got a little separation between the vertical trim board right here. And if we move right on along, we're still on the west side. We're still at 907. We got some cracks through the brick and mortar stair-step cracks right in there, and some right there. As we move on along, we got a yellow jacket nest. The rain gutters do not discharge water far enough away from the structure. They discharge water above the grade. And speaking of rain gutters, they're shot. We got some hail damage on this one over here. How about that? Some hail damage on the other one as well. It's clogged closed, and there's hail damage on it. Hail damage on this one. Moving on along, this is the garage car entry. These are the nameplates. Both of these have separation between the brickwork, between the mortar and the address plates. See how it's just loose like that? The other one's more. Not much except we got a little bit of a crack between the brick and mortar above this corner. But we don't have a lot of in the way of, we got a little bit, but not a lot in the way of separation between the vertical trim board and the brickwork. We got bushes and debris. This is conducive to wood destroying insects. It's conducive to termites. This also is prohibitive, so it's hard for me to actually see the grounding rod, and it's hard for me to check the water. I wasn't able to check the water pressure coming in the front of the home. Okay, missing a screen, fogging window. Let me take some notes here. Huh. Moving on along, the copper piping is for the water heater temperature pressure relief valve, and it's not supposed to discharge, and this is for both of them, not supposed to discharge farther away from the ground than 6 inches. These are the main sewer double cleanouts right in here. Tree's too close again. This is the only place I was able to, this is a control joint. It's a good thing. Trees too close, bushes, debris, just like the other one. We got a little bit of negative drainage on this side. And again, it should be sealed. The difference between this side and the other side, the 903 side and the 907 side, is that I was able to see the grounding rod, and it's not properly buried. And these boxes, both of the meters should be sealed on 3 sides. Coming on along, the contrast between this, oh, by the way, 2 door panels, top and bottom door panels are bent. Coming over here, and our top door panel is bent, but we've got a little more separation on this side than we do on that side, so this is moving just a little different. That doesn't mean the thing's about to fall down, doesn't mean that we've got a problem at all, okay? But we need to start paying attention. That's what it means. We need to pay attention. It's got a little more separation right over here as well. Moving on along. If the retaining wall is more than twice its height from the structure, it has no immediate effect on the foundation and is therefore beyond the scope of this inspection. However, it seems to be performing very well. These concrete retaining walls have a reputation for performing very well. So it's performing very well, and it's got a very good reputation. And no problems with the retaining wall in the foreseeable future. But I do not know how it was backfilled. I do not know if there's any geogrid or dead men or any kind of stabilization, structural stabilization behind it over here. I don't know what's in the ground. We got more stuff over here. Can't see. Can you see the termites in there? Nobody can see that. Get little stair-step cracks right in there. Moving on along, we got some signs of movement. Our freeze board is moving around this column, and it wasn't around the other one. It's the differences again. And like the other side, we're on the 903 side now, the east side. The trim boards We got gaps in both of the trim boards over here. Our exterior light fixtures should be sealed and they should have protective covers around them. Our doorbells should be sealed to help prevent moisture from getting inside of there. Moving on. We're not testing for GFCI out here, unless I did it by accident. I haven't. If I can find a GFCI inside, then we'll test the GFCIs outside. Debris, bushes. Okay, our lintels should have been painted. No, some of them have been painted, but these haven't. And we should have weep holes in the lintels, just like I have weep holes in the brick. Brick is a very good building material. It's very stable. The structure could burn down. You could reuse the brick. Okay, and it's a good insulator. But the problem with brick is, and we know this, we built the houses for this, is it's very porous and water goes right through it. Storms and stuff like that. So we have weep holes. Most of the time that comes out of there is water vapor. You know. But behind the brick is a space, and then the wall. The brick is a cover. And on that wall we should have a drainage plane, probably building paper. But by the time the moisture gets down here, most of the time it's vapor, like I said. And most of the time you won't see anything. But that's the whole principle behind this. Now we come over here and we put a window in our brickwork. I'm not talking about around siding. We put a window in our brickwork. Not only should this lintel, the metal lintel should be painted to keep it from rusting and causing cracks. But we should have a weep hole above all the fenestrations, i.e. the windows. More storage, more storage, more storage. We should have a weep hole above that lintel too, and that should have a protective cover on it as well. I don't know how I'm getting through here. Need a drink? Moving on along. That works. The cover's missing. Should have had protective cover. It did have a protective cover. I don't know what age that guy is, but he's too old.